Hi all. Today we are going to see about the unit 2, that is residential status and tax liability. In this unit, first we'll be seeing about how the residential status is calculated, and based on the residential status, how the incidence of tax occur. All those things we are going to see in detail. So now we will be seeing about what is residential status? First of all, it is based on the time period a person stays in the country. So in India, if a person is staying, so depending upon the number of days of stay, the residential status is calculated. So now we will see about what is residential status. So it is the status of the assessee, which is decided based on the number of days which is being stayed during the previous year. Based on that, the tax will be imposed. So for that, the number of stay means physical presence of the particular assessee should be there. So based on that only, it will be determined, and the number of days physically stayed by the assessee during the previous year will be considered for this purpose. So for this purpose, the residential status is divided into two types. One is resident, the other one is non-resident. So the resident again is subdivided into two types. One is ordinary resident, the other one is not ordinary resident. Now we will see how the residential status is calculated. So if a person is satisfying, there are some basic conditions and additional conditions. If a person is satisfying both the basic condition and both the additional condition, or if a person is satisfying any one of the basic condition or both the additional condition, the person will be called as ordinary resident. If a person is not satisfying any one of the basic condition, and if the person is satisfying any one of the additional condition, the person will be called as not ordinary resident. Suppose if the person is not at all satisfying any of the basic condition, the person will be called as non-resident. Now, what is the basic condition? The basic condition 1 tells that according to section 6 subsection 1, the assessee must be in India for 182 days during the previous year, or the assessee must be in India, should be in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year, and 365 days during the 4 years preceding the previous year. This is the two basic condition. And the exceptions for the basic condition are: if the assessee who is an Indian citizen leaves India for employment opportunities as a crew member of an Indian ship, or in case of an assessee who is an Indian origin comes to India during the previous year for a visit. In these two cases, exception 2 will not be given. They have to be there in India for 182 days. And in the basic condition, this is the exception. Now we will see about the additional condition that will come under section 6 subsection 6. So in that, the assessee must be there in India for 2 years out of 10 years preceding the previous year, and the assessee must be in India for 7 years out, 730 days out of 7 years preceding the previous year. This is the additional condition. And depending upon the satisfaction of the basic condition, additional condition, the residential status will be determined. This is a format for calculating the residential status, that is stay in India during the previous year. What are the number of years the person stayed in India, and what is the residential status, whether the person is a resident, ordinary resident or not ordinary resident, and total number of stay in India for the 4 previous year for the second basic condition, and out of 7 years preceding the previous year for the additional condition. This is the format. Now, based on the basic and additional condition only, the residential status will be determined. That is, if the person is satisfying any one of the basic condition and both the additional condition, the person will be called as resident and ordinary resident. Suppose if a person is satisfying any one of the basic condition and any one additional condition, the person will be called as the not ordinary resident. If the person is not at all satisfying any of the basic condition, then in the person is called as non-resident. So this is the format. So like this, you can write the basic and additional condition like this, and you can see whether the person is satisfying. So this is a calculation part. We have to see for the previous year how many days the person is staying in India. So thank you.